1st, 2nd, 3rd John, Jude, Revelation. So you're almost to the end. 1 John chapter 3. We're going to start in verse 16. I'm going to read this one from the New International Version. I think it captures it just a little bit tighter, a little better. This is how we know what love is. John, writing by the inspiration of God, says, this is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers. If anyone has material possessions and sees his brother in need but has no pity on him, how can the love of God be in him? Dear children, let's not love with words or tongue, but with actions and truth. Let's break this apart here. This is how we know what love is. We're talking about love. How do we know what love is? Jesus laid down his life, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers. Laying down your life means getting messy, getting dirty, priorities changing, your life changing, your schedule being messed up, your finances being impacted, your time being impacted. It means people are more important than stuff. People are more important than schedules. Then he says, if anyone has material possessions and sees his brother in need but has no pity on him, how can the love of God be in him? Dear children, let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and truth. Have you ever been going through a hard time? You ever having a hard time and met a Christian? It can be some of the worst things you ever had happen to you. You go through a hard time, you meet a Christian, and you got financial problems, you got emotional problems, you and your wife are fighting. Look at them, they're just fighting. They're having all kinds of problems. And he's having a bad day. I mean, it's a bad day, you know. She's yelled at him a couple times already, bounced a couple checks, feels like God's left him. House got foreclosed on today. He's having a bad day. And he runs into me, a Christian. I'm like, dude, it sucks to be you. I'm going to pray for you. He's like, great, thanks for the prayer. Can you hand me a check? Can you give me a job? Could you pray for my wife more than me? Can you refer me to a good marriage counselor, a biblical marriage counselor? Help me out. Don't just talk about it. Hi, baby. Yeah, Daddy's right here. Uh-oh. That's Daddy's girl. Came close. Don't just love in word and tongue, but in action